Ever since issues of Iyoko, FBI became rife in Ghana, I know if you have not come closer to any of these issues, you may not understand it. Whether the authorities handling some of these cases are being truthful or they are telling lies, you wouldn't know when you are behind it. You only know when you are in the middle of it. That is when you know that, the way this guy is being treated is not fair. Therefore, if I have a voice, I can also be part of those who are calling for free and fair treatment of the situation. Many people don't know all these things. Yet, you find them on social media, you find them on their platforms saying this and that. Over the weeks, I know one person who has been in conversation with Iyoko, with FBI, has been Abu Trica. And as a matter of fact, we all know his story. The fact that his lawyer is telling us a different thing, and the fact that the entities, as in the legal entities handling the matter, they're also telling us a different thing. It becomes worrying. Now you sit down and you ask yourself, so who is even being truthful in this case? That's what you ask. Like, who is being truthful? Why in the kind of credit in all these matters here and there? Who is being truthful? Sometimes it is hard to know. Therefore, with experience, based on information you also have, that is how you judge. So sometimes when people take one-sided information they are judging, I would rather advise that they judge with caution. They judge with care, because whatever information that they are gathering from these areas may not be the actual truth. It may be a doctored truth. Yet people would not know. So when Shatta went to Gomua to perform, and in the middle of his act, he also added his voice to the already made calls from people, including the wife of Abu Trica, including some fans and loved ones in the Swedru community, pleading on government to come and look into the case again. Maybe people did not get it, because the story is not the same. There are differences in the story. This one saying this and this one saying that. Therefore, based on where you want to position yourself, based on where you want to stand, you can also say, based on this information I have, I also think it can be like this. And I wish sometimes we can just be open-minded like this. When there are matters of this interest, then we can all be critical of the facts before we even condemn. Now, we know one person who has been making headlines out of this is Black Rasta. As a matter of fact, as of yesterday, when I was doing a review or a report from Gomua, I even jokingly, laughably said that, I know this thing that Shatta has said, Black Rasta may misinterpret it and go say something else. As if I knew what the plan was. In the evening, all over social media, I heard people giving commentaries. Hey, Brasa, man, Black Rasta, Well, once again, Black Rasta is an industry person with years of experience. Therefore, we understand that some of these things, he will also have his interests one way or the other. No two ways about that. And that is fine. Whoever does anything in this space without an interest does not know what they are doing. So indeed, if he also has his interest, it is fine. But then let's make sure whatever interest we are pushing is not also affecting the other. This is not the first time such a report is coming out. Black Rasta this, Black Rasta that, and even the fact that some people had some kind of intervention at some point in time, we still think that, no, let's put some things right. Let's do it straightforward. Let's make sure that some of these things, we don't continue to project them. It is not good. Never. It doesn't help our growth as an industry. It doesn't help our relationship as an industry.
Use it for 12 hours. 12 hours in minutes is 720 minutes. All the money you make is yours, commission free. I thank you guys all for supporting Shatta from day one up to now. And I just want to tell you guys that Shatta has a good package for everyone, both our riders and our drivers. Thank you so much for supporting Shatta. Shatta, it's time to ride.
Family, have you noticed now Vema comes without a seal? Same refreshing taste in a lighter bottle with less plastic, less waste. Easy to compress and shrink for recycling. One small change, one big step for a cleaner future. Join us, protect our planet. No seal, less waste.
Yo, Ghana, what's up? I have been in this market for a very, very long time, and I understand your day-to-day activities. So you know what? I introduced my new smartphone devices into the market, which is the Hotwave Cyber 16 Pro SM series. As you can see, it's fresh, box to it's shiny. That's Hotwave. I come show you how the phone they look like. And I tell you, this will be just any phone. You understand me? It come with a travel adapter. This be the manual. This be the pin way. You know, you could take open way or SIM card. And it gets in USB too. So they come with 2 cords. You understand me? And you know they're almighty. This is what I'm talking about. You love it. It's beautiful. And this be one of the phones where I tell people when you fall, your screen will crack. And this one you go keep for water inside for 3 days. If you doubt me, come. That's my new brand, you know, my new device. And I want you guys to just know that as I understand you and you understand me, I know how you will love this phone and support. That's my beautiful baby. Hotwave Cyber 16 Pro SM series. I know you guys are gonna love it. Anyway, I go use my one. I go find SIM card. Thank you. Love you.
Well, so one thing I know is that in the world we live in, if you are not careful, you will only see yourself as the wise person. Yeah, because when people are doing stuff and they don't tell you the reason behind their actions, you may think, you don't know their inspirations. You don't know their end game. You don't know what is even pushing them to take the actions that they want to take. Yet, what do we see? We see people all over saying this and that about others. And I think that when it happens like that, it is not the best. Ever since issues of Ioko, FBI became rife in Ghana, I know if you have not come closer to any of these issues, you may not understand it. Whether the authorities handling some of these cases are being truthful or they are telling lies, you wouldn't know when you are behind it. You only know when you are in the middle of it. That is when you know that, the way this guy is being treated is not fair. Therefore, if I have a voice, I can also be part of those who are calling for free and fair treatment of the situation. Many people don't know all these things. Yet, you find them on social media, you find them on their platforms saying this and that. Over the weeks, I know one person who has been in conversation with Ioko, with FBI, has been a Trica. And as a matter of fact, we all know his story. The fact that his lawyer is telling us a different thing, and the fact that the entities, as in the legal entities handling the matter, they're also telling us a different thing. It becomes worrying. Now you sit down and you ask yourself, so who is even being truthful in this case? That's what you ask. Like, who is being truthful? Why in the kind of credit in all these matters here and there? Who is being truthful? Sometimes it is hard to know. Therefore, with experience, based on information you also have, that is how you judge. So sometimes, when people take one-sided information they are judging, I would rather advise that they judge with caution. They judge with care, because whatever information that they are gathering from these areas may not be the actual truth. It may be a doctored truth. Yet people would not know. So when Shatta went to Gomwa to perform, and in the middle of his act, he also added his voice to the already made calls from people, including the wife of Trica, including some fans and loved ones in the Swedru community, pleading on government to come and look into the case again. Maybe people did not get it, because the story is not the same. There are differences in the story. This one saying this and this one saying that. Therefore, based on where you want to position yourself, based on where you want to stand, you can also say, based on this information I have, I also think it can be like this. And I wish sometimes we can just be open-minded like this. When there are matters of this interest, then we can all be critical of the facts before we even condemn. Now, we know one person who has been making headlines out of this is Black Rasta. As a matter of fact, as of yesterday, when I was doing a review or a report from Gomwa, I even jokingly, laughably said that, oh, I know this thing that Shatta has said, Black Rasta may misinterpret it and go say something else. As if I knew what the plan was. In the evening, all over social media, I heard people giving commentaries. Hey, Brasa, man, Black Rasta, da, 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 da. Well, once again, Black Rasta is an industry person with years of experience. Therefore, we understand that some of these things, he will also have his interests, one way or the other. No two ways about that. And that is fine. Whoever does anything in this space without an interest does not know what they are doing. So indeed, if he also has his interest, it is fine. But then let's make sure whatever interest we are pushing is not also affecting the other. This is not the first time such a report is coming out. Black Rasta this, Black Rasta that, and even the fact that some people had some kind of intervention at some point in time, we still think that, no, let's put some things right. Let's do it straightforward. Let's make sure that some of these things, we don't continue to project them. It is not good. Never. It doesn't help our growth as an industry. It doesn't help our relationship as an industry. Therefore, when yesterday during Showbiz Daily, my pundits, and here I'm talking about Intim Dodu Solomon Chemo, I'm talking about Roland Amate, I'm talking about Long John, also took turns to explain why they think Shatta Wale, in his right senses, will add his voice to this call. I said, okay, I think this will be enough to respond to any propaganda, any projection of negativity against what Shatta Wale did on that stage. Because, yeah, sometimes you may not know. You may not know. After all, Shatta Wale is not dumb. As much as I know, he is not. He's a smart guy, very wise guy, intelligent guy. And as much as this space is concerned, he knows his stuff so well. So he knows where to step and where not to step. So anytime he steps, you should know that, okay, he's so sure. And that he's not just doing it in vain. Out of his performance, he also said that, no, some of these things, the reports are not accurate. Therefore, we need to make sure we are positioning it right. And he said, let's try to make this guy's case one that we will go into it. And if we do it well, Abu Trica may not be in the position that he finds himself now. After all, if you go deep into it and indeed he is guilty, why not? Let the law take its course. Me, I've always been for that. If someone is guilty, let the person face the full rigors of the law. No problem about that. But until then, let's not rush to do the judgment. My people made some beautiful explanations based on all these reports about Abu Trica's arrest here and there. First, I think it would be right that we listen to Intim Dodu Solomon Chemo. Chemo is up and coming lawyer. Chemo is an up and coming lawyer, or an underground lawyer. So, of course, he has taken his time to study what this is. He's taken his time to ask some questions here and there about this whole issue. And he presented some beautiful facts why Shatta Wale may not be wrong for adding his voice to the free Abu Trica call. He is not wrong in any way, because looking at the facts that he presented, it also tells you that if someone also takes this position, okay, the person is not wrong. It does not mean the person is supporting whatever crime it is. No. Based on the information out there, based on the facts out there, this is what his position was. And I wish we listen, pay attention to the details. Whatever he said, then let's also make some wisdom out of his submission. Watch it. I'll be right back.
The basic of it all is that FBI, after giving that request or making a request for Ghana government to assist them extradite Abu Trica to US. We have laws here, and according to our laws, or based on the laws that we have, there's a special arrangement between Ghana and other countries, not every country, but certain countries. And the law is saying that if there is an issue with the law, if somebody commit a crime and the person is not in the jurisdiction now or commit a crime now, they will make a request for Ghana. And I say, Bianca, any panel or Ghana and or Janoko US, Ghana will make a request. Now US government If there's a merit, it's not automatic. I think people should get that thing.
Okay.
Say Ghana, a request say, oh, as soon as you do bonnet, ye person more than a ba, na ye try no, and I say man court, na ye dinner some near her say, or differ or dibima. Now, Ghana will make a case, present evidence to show say I'm panipane di bonnet for the US government to be convinced, say I'm based on what you have no. I yes say nipa na di boni, but when you're guilty, into no mun fa na nkona afi mun ko di na asem. That's the bottom line of extradition, and I said the arrangement that you have made with other countries. The same way, say US government aba Ghana, and also ubi di boni. Ne nipa na wo di boni no. This is the evidence that we have. Ghana government through our court system no, will look at it and say okay, you have a case here, or there are evidence to show say as nipa na di boni, because he's not guilty. Okay. He's innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. At the moment, yeah. At the moment, he's not. And you know, based on evidence that they will bring to say nipa na di boni a yepese ko di na asem no, we have to weigh it and see say okay, truly, there's an evidence, ample evidence for us to take an action. Okay. And based on that, then the extradition will be given for the person to be taken away and then go and try him. Okay. In this particular case, you know, the lawyer or the legal team of Abu Trica are saying say there are other things that Oma can. In fact, from the beginning, they were protesting say the process that they went through to arrest Abu Trica was not in order the right procedure. Okay. So they are even fighting that. Okay. Just that omodi enone ba no court ni bogui say enye eno ho asem na all kan no ho no omo anhye dan so musa, because their thing was that said the omo treaty Abu Trica na enye good, and I say any say o treaty obisa when you want to arrest the person. Abu Trica now sues the people who went through that thing. Okay. And you know nka court no ma Abu Trica ho kwan na omu ni sa asem no nwie. Okay. And sakra na sa extradition case ni abeka ho asem. Okay. Ena ye throw eno out, and yes no extradition asem na na beka based on evidence FBI through our institution na ni FBI adwuma ne de aba no. Or we are ready to give him out, like as extradition ekoso. Okay. But the legal team of Abu Trica, they are saying say no. When you go through the extradition treaty na ye wona. Okay. Sa asem ne kro omo de aba omo be gina so de extradite no. Enim. Enti wo gina no so de ne kwa enyeye. Okay. Enti no omo pese omo plead with the court. Any Ghana government say no, there's a process, there are things that you have to follow to extradite somebody, and they are clearly or expressly stated a crime and other activities are any pane ya extraditing. Okay. The mudi dranso de Abu Akono enim enya sanity enti mudi ne kwa enyi legal team of Abu Trica na emeki sa statement. Okay. And enti no court no ama omo kwan say okay, now they have agreed, and I said they have decided to do the extradition. They want to grant the FBI to take him away, but they are giving Abu Trica's legal team 15 days to make a case for them to say okay, I think this is a solid case, we will not allow Abu Trica to go. Because evidence is not strong enough, and you know why should we allow him to go? Besides the point that even the treaty, what the treaty is saying in terms of extradition, and shut down qualifies her, and you know they should give them something. So now we are waiting for Abu Trica's team to make a case that will convince a court for the court to say that okay, I think you don't have strong case, so we will not allow him to go. That's what we are waiting for. Okay. The protests happening now, no, some people are speculating or saying say because the case is not that strong, the people, we should pay more attention to other things rather than just the extradition. And one person I vocal about this by Oliver Baka Voma, or part of the, I think, legal team of Abu Trica. Yes, and his argument is that apart from the fact that Ghana, FBI and also US are making 200 extradition, Ghana the omokoi without hesitation. And you know, for the first time no, he feels ABR this time around they can take different decisions, especially when there's no strong case against Abu Trica like he's saying. And he's saying that on the outside now only the public in the himself they are charging him for he is involved in $8 million scam or whatever that they were saying. But lawyer and person says $8 million now the $2. Any legal issue no there banase case no there beto no $8 million be anymore. The aquatre Abu Trica na involved na nkasa ye betumi akase sikase na abedi no ho no kra according to lawyer no $13,000. And you know o de ne ko say o extraditing because of $13,000 and no kra according to him no it's not enough to do that. And you know a man for biti ya or more outside no almost say oh, and then I think it will not be fair for us to take him to this process. To the process and extradite him. And some people are making that campaign or doing that campaign to create awareness for other authorities, not just the judicial service, to take notice of what is happening, and if there are any interventions that they have to make, they have to do it. But it shouldn't be like they are not following the law. It should go through the law court or the law process. Just that they think that they don't have strong case for them to take him away. And you know, I'm not surprised that somebody like Shatta Wale will now also come on board and say free Abu because of those issues. I mean, there are other people extradition na ye do omo kwa obi ama meka say free so and so, free so and so. The money involved no, nobody contested to some extent. In the omo kwa by Abu Trica case no abeye a bit I would say dicey,
complicated.
Yes, a bit complicated in terms of not having that strong background coming from the FBI people to take him away. Some people were even making arguments they even tricked him to get him. It's not like wakwa di bonino no omochi no in the course of him doing it. Omo edi ba say
a betino
ena watom. And who did na kan ho na enye strong sanya dade no, they feel that he shouldn't be taken away. So there are some people are almost that campaign no, and including the wife as you were doing in your intro no. Say I mean or your family man. And apart from that you know, even there were other people are almost protest now omoka say he is taking care of people. And you know omo consider no nyina na omo enjano. Yes sir. Omo for some people they don't know say wadi bonnet oni bonnet they don't have any means of knowing to make a strong legal case for him or against him. Entina ebinum ka se wadi bonnet mpo a omo mfa nche no munya no ne adade se wadi bonnet de anka ye mfa nche no, but no it is not on their side, another it is not part of omo argument to make a case for him. And no your lawyers in the BSA. And you say what to say be obi ka say oh what do money cry monfa nche no munya no ne hwan atiase, because those people they are not legal people. And they can make legal case outside the court and things say it will take effect. And until say Abu Trica baby mama and I said the wife ever can say oh so what do money cry na yemfa nche no, and all those things are people should understand. They are just pleading, say obejano, but the legal case, you know, and making legal argument, you know, will come from the lawyers, and the lawyers are saying, say they have a strong case and they think he shouldn't be taken away.
So in this case, if someone is doing a campaign for free Abu Trica. The person has not erred in any way.
Not at all. Because who say baby see a man for Anyasa campaign. Okay. This one is different because of the information or the facts coming out.
Okay.
The facts now ever out in a week for you to take him away based on what we know now. Unless there are other things I know here, but based on what we know, the facts of the matter no are almost to do the extradition a week. Okay. According to the lawyers, and they say, in fact, some people will not even look at you if this is the evidence that you are going to use for that. Okay. And I think the lawyers now make a good case outside the court, for people to be aware of what is happening. So, and Kofubi speculate say the lawyers may even encourage this campaign to happen. Oh, okay. Because them alone making the legal case is one thing, but getting people to be aware beyond the legal issues, is also important. Okay. Now the president may be aware because people are doing the campaign. The other branches of the our system will be aware and now be taking keen interest. Okay. If they get to know the details of it, they can also tell the legal people to look through it very exactly. So they are not really doing it in a way to free him if he has committed a crime. No, they are saying that this is a weak evidence for you to take the action that you are taking. Okay. So look at it very carefully. So some people are making that argument that even the legal team of Abu Trica can push it small, say Charlie for other people to be aware, to be interested in the case, because there are some people are what Abu Trica ding, what they say so go through the court process. That person may be influential in our system, but on the actually on him the echo. Until now that people are doing free Abu Trica, let Abu Trica go and he will go and ask what is really going on here. Do they have a case to say free Abu Trica and all those things? So I think that's what is happening. It's an interesting one, but nobody should chastise those who are making that campaign. I think for whatever that they are doing, it is not the final thing. It is only trying to create an awareness for some people who matter to go through the case proper and see whether he should be freed or still go through the thing. I
see. Well, so this is something from a very well-informed point of view. He's read the facts. He's made analysis of what the law says as much as our scheme of things are concerned in Ghana. Yet, if someone thinks Shatta Wale was wrong in that call, Shatta Wale was wrong. And even what was wrong? Like, it's a protest that everybody is doing, like we have seen online. So why is it that Shatta Wale alone becomes part of it and he's labeled? Kwakese, I heard said the same thing on the stage. Why is he not labeled? Why Shatta Wale? It makes it an unnecessary agenda. Now, Roland Amate also took 10 and he gave out some of these information that has been put out there, most of them misleading, and one that also tells you that indeed, if Shatta Wale added his voice to that call, he is not wrong. And I would want us to pay attention, listen to him attentively, and then we will all be part of that call. Maybe if you are interested, if you find that okay, Charlie, this thing one day it may happen to you. If it has not happened to you, you may not know how it feels. But when it happens to you, then you would come to understand that indeed it is not an easy thing. Let's listen to what Roland Amate also said.
Definitely, Shatta adding his voice to this conversation, and him say it will take it into a different level.
Yeah.
To me, and all the especially ill comments that some people make.
I remember when Shatta started, he came to look at me. Hey, stories.
A book headline. And when it comes to the other comments that people would want to add to it, well, your mom you see, say and you will not see how serious this issue is.
Okay.
Say and far down. you think say okay, all is well, all is right. But if you've ever had a close encounter with some of these conversations, you will not, even if you think the person is as guilty as Satan, and you agree say if sometimes these unfair treatments have been meted out to you before, or you've had a feeling of it, you understand why some people would say no. In me, all the demonstration that is happening, from the ones on the street to the people adding their voices and all of that, it is just one thing. It is not as if the people are demonstrating or pleading because they want to change the course of the law. No. Because we know they can't. No matter the demonstration that you do, it will not change the legal processes of the country. It may affect, you may think say okay, I affect you, baby, but it may not. You see, when Shatta was detained inside Iyoko, when Shatta was detained inside Iyoko, lots of people gathered around the premises of Iyoko.
And they also shouted free Shatta Wale.
And they also shouted free Shatta Wale for whatever reason they believed in.
Fact.
Now, my own is that, did it change the processes that we had to go through inside? No.
Never. We went through the same process.
You will go through the same process.
Looking for 10 million bail bond.
You will go through it. When this MPP in Nipe was also detained, Chairman Wontumi was detained at Iyoko. I am on Kotina for Momuja, free parliament, FRK, Edro Parky or Mokasi from Kotina for Iyoko. Did they change the process, the legal processes they had to go through to get the man bail? No. In Timeno, I see it as okay, a period of awareness, because it is through these processes that some people will set up one. Even if they would want to take advantage of the fact that they hold power, so they can use it. Because you know, sometimes the process can even be a source of punishment to you. Sometimes the process, going through the process, can be a source of punishment to you. After going through the process, they can tell you that okay, you will be pardoned, or you can't even be pardoned, because they know say yes, process now wow fable kakra for when you say so going through the process. So my own is that it doesn't mean say okay, the fact say be a man for demonstrating and I advocate say free this, free that, free this, and you free this, free that mean na ye munyanu. But use the right means, because you himself told the if the right processes are done, there are certain punishments being poor person give money partner who knew her. Who knew her. And a typical example is this Agrada's case. We know how a 15-year jail term was slashed to about a year.
To a year.
15 years. Imagine if they had not, or they had even lost their appeal. Just imagine. And one day, we know how sometimes some cases, among folks who are remand, some people have been in remand prisons for years. Meaning na semni yampo mayakase ebia or you're guilty or not guilty. So sometimes when people enter into this level of advocacy, it is not something that you better say throw the law away or bend the law for them because okay, be an ipani and a relative and a loved one. But sometimes if you don't go through the right process, you punish the person that you even in your mind you want to correct. Or even the society that you wish to deter from some of these things, you give them a different perception of what you actually want to achieve, and it will not benefit anybody. Because if say obi da remand and the person has been in remand for 5 years, meaning that the person's case ne kan imponi yendi mpo me yen ka say ebia, but we know every crime is bailable under the law. If you're able to argue it well, unless there are other details, of course it is subjective, but we know that majority, sometimes the one that will make them deny you bail, there are conditions to it or there are other technicalities to it. But on a normal level, we know say most of the crimes are bailable. So if say, especially ones that we know, so okay, this one, there are other processes that you can go through and still keep the person. Na nipa no 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, the person is in remander. Think about it and ask yourself, say, where is the justice that we pride ourselves with?
Yeah.
That is on the national emblem, freedom and justice. Justice no way.
Justice no.
Justice no way.
Yeah,
You ask yourself, where is the justice? You understand? And me, when I see some of these things, these are the places, yes, my drink first. Because it can happen to anybody. Ebi a Shatta there no, onya legal processes, etimi stamp go through. Maybe Abu Trica is also, the lawyers are also fighting to go through. How about Kwesi Chunto? Wo ye chiwa. What state attorney? State attorney.
Or no crown.
State attorney. Veka just challenge. Veka just challenge.
Or no what you're laying.
Veka just challenge. Case the dear call. Only me piepe. Give me chile. You see, what we are unya, and unfortunately, some of these unfair treatments may be meted out to you. And you may find yourself wanting. Ebia. Mika simple. The be ya nimpo say. Asem nimpo. Wundi. Je. At the same and saying. Papa ya yesi okuku makrantie on remwa. Yeah, man. 4 years. Say 5 years. Papa ya okuku makrantie on remwa. About 4 years or 5 years.
Okay.
The same way. I saw people online. Oh, I'm for be cry a video. Oh, akrantie keke. Akrantie.
Kukru the car. Ene kukru the car.
Any more
And people were pleading for him left, right, center. And you see, it brings my mind back to the communique. The communique Long John also pointed out. Sometimes me say me who. Yoko for letter how much notorious fraudster me MC. Notorious pa. Since when did we describe suspect in that manner? Suspect too. Because if not for anything, he's still a suspect. Even if you extradite him from here to America, he is still a suspect until
proven guilty.
You see, intino me who ye me MC. And you see, back to the Akrantie case. I'm up for advocacy. Oh, president, yes, sir. Oh, some were even calling on the president. Mommy interested in the case.
Wow.
So I decided, okay, let me go through the details and see what is going on. Is it just anymore there? And I say, Kokro the car. And the day we go shame 5 years now. Then I realized, okay. Now, the authorities that were involved, which is the Ghana Forestry Commission, now decided to open up the conversation in the public domain. Like they also came to speak. And they provided evidences or instances suggesting that the guy is not even a first-time offender. He has been prosecuted on that same offense.
Experience are particular.
And different occasions have they even pardoned him.
Our champagne.
And just when they came out to give these details, and Assembly could die. Then some people that were even advocating for him knew that, oh, okay, then this is where it has gotten to. Even if you would want to plead for him, we will plead for mercy on top of justice.
Okay.
You understand? That is where your plead will go.
Yeah.
Into me, my own is that when some of these cases come or when some of these things happen, Charlie, sometimes the communique that is released in the public is mostly different from the actions that have been taken.
Yeah.
Because Obi say the communique that came 8 million. See, it is the same thing with Hadia for real case. Hadia for real was convicted. She served her sentence and she's back. But cast your mind back to when her conversation started. the amount of money that was linked to her.
Yes.
Ebe wie chire na edu ni main case na nkasa so e ma mu gina so di jeli ni na sika na edu sek. Na sika na edu sen. Look at how Shatta Wale's conversation changed colors.
Money laundering
in the conversation.
Stolen car. So many things.
And in fact, when they told him about the money laundering, that one I was in the office with him.
And me,
Shatta was, are you people serious?
And me,
I was in that time that I was there.
And me put the no put me, and that is not even my big
later
deal.
they will come and
My big deal was when a supposed letter was released as coming from an institution, and the institution kept quiet. Once we know how the institution communicates, we know this is an institution that has an official letterhead that speaks whenever they want to address an issue. Yet a supposed communique came from and was circulated on all media platforms. Yet the institution did not come out either to confirm or deny that supposed letter. It's in Bianca sa letter no by and in the contents of the letter also incriminated the institution in a way and come obey sir. Exactly my point. And can you me sure say the nipa ko post this letter the first now they will whisk you
Rambo style.
you bet too will, and that is how it would have been. Into my point is that it should not only be because okay a citizen, and that is where some people will feel say okay a citizens na mo pese mu di omo na nye due process na mo pese mu kom. Because if it is due process, I don't think that an entity will release a letter in the name of an institution, and that institution that has an authority to pick up anybody that they want will keep quiet unless maybe it is coming from them or they support it. And if that letter contains a misinformation and later you released an official communique and it did not address that letter, because right after that letter circulated, the communique that came from Iyoko did not address that letter. It did not speak anything about that letter. Intimi business into your china obi abetimi sorry assembly si no akotro bibi not the abeto in the name of an institution ana. And all these things you may think so the free one it is because they want you to no anything in bend the law in their favor. No, but sometimes they want you to be on high alert because the boss of the institution may not be aware. But some people, we know they are corrupt people in almost every institution. Some people may want to take advantage of it.
Public Accounts Committee, don't we see them?
We are closing.
What legal processes are taken against
but they have their own operations.
We are closing.
They have their own operations. So for that is what I would say.
Well, so on the other hand, Long John also vociferously came out on this. In fact, he went to the extent of reading everything that the lead lawyer or the lead legal representative of Abu Trica, Oliver Vomawo, that guy's name always beats me. Okay, Oliver Baka Vomawo, what he put on his Facebook timeline. In fact, when he wanted to read everything, we even felt time was not on our side. The little you've been able to read, try to summarize it. Let's give it to the people and run away from here. Because you see, I keep saying that in this world, those who believe you will not believe you because you've said much. Those who trust what you are doing, they will not trust you because you've said plenty. They will just trust you because they think that, okay, whatever you are saying is the fact. Once again, those who have made their minds not to trust you or those who have made their minds not to believe you, you can speak from morning to evening, 24 hours, yet they will still not mind you. That's how sad the situation is. So once again, Long John also spoke on the matter. Let's listen to him.
Thank you very much. With this case, I had keen interest.
Okay.
Because I followed the matter since its inception.
Okay.
And one of the people I closely followed is the legal counsel for, a member of the legal counsel for Abu Trica, which we all know is a very popular or voice-forward person on social media, which is Osajifo Oliver Baker Vomawo. I'm currently on his page and I want to read something. Okay. I think before I read it, what I have to state clearly is the kind of mindset people have about Shatta Wale, I think it's about time they change it.
Okay.
one thing they always feel is Shatta is always on drugs. When he gets on stage, he just says anything.
Talk to your mic.
Before Shatta Wale mounts stage and speaks his mind, I'm telling you today, he has read through and has gone through the details of the subject.
Okay.
And this case is a clear example, and I'm going to state it. Why Shatta wouldn't see, and he himself is an example because he has been bastardized by an institution when his case and the fact of the matter were total opposite.
Okay.
That is why he feels his pain. And Shatta, mind you, he's on a quest to liberate the youth. I don't think Abu Trica is 87 years. We've not seen Shatta Wale talk about.
He was 30, early 30s or 20s.
Yeah, I think he was in late 20s.
Kill energy, no.
No,
you are not sure he's in his 50s. And you'll be at the
We all see how Ken Oforiatta is out there in the news, but Shatta Wale has never made a comment trying to call freedom for him or government should leave him. It should tell you that he reads through the issues and understand when he should speak on this subject. If you were Abu Trica, will you be happy if Shatta Wale calls your name and calls for your freedom? Now let me now delve into these words I'm going to read are not my words, but the legal counsel involved in the case. Emphasis, involved in the case. So before you go and take any conversation to counter this, make sure that conversation is part of the case. Thank you. Let's talk Abu Trica. That's from Osajifo Oliver Becker, Facebook page. Abu Trica was set up by an FBI informant who approached him saying that he was expecting some $50,000 and that Abu Trica should help find a bank account for them to transfer the money into. 2, his share would be $13,000 if he found an account. 3, Abu Trica went around asking different people because he thought he was making $13,000. 4, someone gave him an account which he gave to the FBI undercover agent. 5, and he was paid $13,000. This is the entire evidence the FBI provided. When Abu was arrested, the FBI came to him to give them the name of the person whose account it was. Abu didn't. Before the matter went to court, they had Iyoko issue a press statement claiming that Abu had scammed people of $8 million. Now, I've read something. You see the first case. Then the lawyer of the case now sees that the case that was brought in their docket to go and argue in court is not what was put out in the name of against Abu Trica's name. So this was why he was amazed. Good. I want you guys to understand what is going on.
We are listening.
Abu didn't. Now Abu was charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud. On top of a deal, he agreed with someone who told him, "Get me an account, and I'll give you this share." Agreement. Anna status. Anna status. Put Anas in your mind. Now Abu was charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Conspiracy to commit, not committed. Now,
those are like cases.
Yes, sure.
Those are pure cases.
Yes, I'm only repeating the words.
To commit. Yes, I'm only repeating the words. It's actually a crime. Yes.
So now we presented the magistrate with 80 pages of legal argument tracing the history of the extradition treaty, showing that the offense of conspiracy is not an extraditable offense. It means that the offense they want to extradite Abu Trica for based on that offense in Ghana legal courts, you can't use that to extradite a Ghanaian citizen. Abu Trica is a citizen of Ghana. And if you are to go through legal steps, this is illegal. That is what basically their argument from the section of Abu's this is coming from legal team. It's coming from.
Now the matter is under appeal, so I won't say more than that.
Okay.
Except that in my whole life, I have never met a judge so eager to extradite a person before. Complete refusal to follow due process.
Okay.
Her mind was made up from day one.
Okay.
This is the legal counsel's personal view and stance of the interest of the judge in the case of extradition. This particular statement is him concluding why he can't fathom why a judge would like to skip legal processes to do something that is against the law.
Okay.
His own judgment. These are not my words.
Okay.
The truth is, out of 200 requests Ghana has received, all 200 have been extradited by our court. 200 minus O. America costs we catch a code. We dey fear like school children.
Yeah.
If our courts are willing to follow the law, not be afraid of America, Abu's case will be 201. Okay. Now, what he's trying to say is, every country have their sovereignty in their law, their constitution. That is why we had a Russian come to this country and manhandle our females, use them with public spectacle, display different styles and arguments online, and left. And after leaving, we had a state minister give trust and bold statement that we will pick that boy and bring him. We will pick him and bring him. Until today, the picking has not been able to pick. Because the ambassador stated clearly that their constitution doesn't allow them to give one of their own to another country for a crime committed. Okay. Stated clearly, based on their constitution. Even though it is a crime in your country, he came to do it. Evidence is backing. But our constitution, sovereignty of law is at work. That we won't do it because in our place, it is wrong for you to bring someone from your country to your country to be punished for a crime he committed here. So long as he has entered our country, case has died. Okay. Until he leaves our country, you have a case. Okay. So if the lawyer is making this argument, I think if you are wise like Shatta Wale, you understand that it is right as a citizen of Ghana for you to fight for the right of Abu Trica. Okay. Because he has a case to stand by. Okay. The constitution of Ghana do not permit the kind of crime they are putting on him in the law court, not the one presented in public papers. The crime that was argued in the law court is not right to be extradited per our constitution. It is illegal. But because it is America, people are afraid. So if Shatta Wale adds his voice to this is not a wrong call. Okay. That is what people should understand. Okay. It is something he himself has read through the case and realized, then this is bully. Why would you do this to a young man? And it's true. If he was your kid, if he was your brother, he was your relative, you will be in the same shoes. Because per the constitution, it doesn't allow you to extradite the person. But also, meanwhile, if somebody goes against the law, constitution is there. Okay. Constitution is so any must say the way, but what's it change? Is it because you are in a position of power, so you have every right to go against the law?
You want to abuse power.
Are we all against under the law, or some people are above the law? That is the question, Shatta Wale. That is why Shatta Wale will insult them, and he's right. Because if me, Shatta Wale, I can buy a car and they look at me and tell me something different. That is the same thing they are doing to Abu Trica. And you definitely feel the pain. Now, people think the whole thing ended over there. Vemawo then came again with an extensive post. Okay. Then he said, I didn't know there would be much interest in the Abu Trica post I made. Okay. Started a new verse. First point, I see people are surprised how on earth I can say that the real amount involved is just 50,000 when it's all over the
13,000 15,000.
No, 50,000.
Okay.
When it's all over that it's 8 million. Now to be clear, this is not about arguing a legal case in public. In fact, we haven't put out any public statement about this case since we took it on for various reasons. 3, the way forward for the gentleman will be in the law court, and we are arguing our case there. Meaning the post is making, he is not making it to make an argument on illegal argument.
Okay.
He's just sharing
creating awareness of what is happening in the law court here.
So I'll speak on the issue of that viral 8 million claim. And I'll just point out here that we have already sued Iyoko on that public statement they made calling a suspect notorious fraudster. Another crime or something wrong done by a state institution on a citizen of Ghana. That you arrest somebody, the person has not been charged or been found guilty of the crime, but you call the person illicit name online. Mind you, a state institution doing this to its own citizen. Are you getting the whole argument? So this is not Shatta Wale's call is not a call for he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
What they are doing to Abu Trica, they can do to any of you. Why? Because they are in power. And it is not right. If you can't treat people in power like that, if you can't look at Ken Oforiatta, he is not a citizen of US, but see how the laws of US are dealing with this issue. Imagine if he was in Ghana. He's not a US citizen. Hey, I'm sure he has 2 passports, right?
No, but
he's not.
He's not a citizen of US, but he has due to the fact that he has both. No, he has both passports, right?
No, but he's not a citizen.
Good.
You can't be a minister in Ghana here if you are a citizen of Ghana. So
but,
we know that for
and,
sure.
And no crown. See how they are fighting for him.
Okay.
Based on because the supreme discussion of whatever that happens in the US is their constitution. And everybody falls under the constitution, including the president. Okay. That is why as a president can go and capture another country president and bring to US, and the judge will tell him that he can't sit on that case. He closed the case. That is United States. The people that brought us democracy are practicing it with wisdom. But our very people that learned the democracy, you ask yourself, what is making them practice this democracy? We definitely need autocratic, because what is the meaning of this? There's constitution, but certain institutions do not want to follow due process.
Okay.
Now, no, me come obiatias here.
Okay.
Somehow they don't know say Shatta Wale knew the depth of the issue. That's why he spoke on it. Now to be clear, this is not about arguing. Okay, the way forward for the okay. Secondly, point 5. Secondly, I do not hold brief for Abu and cannot be the one to justify or explain to anyone his business or professional entanglement. Okay. He can do that better. Okay. 6. The plan for him to get bail, so that the plan was for him to get bail. Okay. So that he can grant his own public interviews. Okay. Well, that bail was refused 6 times. Even for 2 months, all we were doing was waiting for US to bring the evidence docket. Okay. Meaning, case nebedru Ghana, you prepare a court. Evidence docket they still had Abu Trica arrested and was behind bars. Okay. That the lawyers were trying to get him to get bail, bail, that he can also go out and tell his part of the story. That one too wasn't granted to a Ghanaian citizen. Okay. Remember? Now my job as a lawyer isn't to only rely on character assassination of a client's I don't know. Remember?
Quotation not
So Long John, Long John.
So lead counsel for Abu Trica.
Yeah, lead counsel. Yeah.
Long John.
Now look at the first picture, which is a statement on the U.S. Department. The plan was for him to then
America.
Number 7. Now my job as a lawyer isn't to rely on character assassination of a client in the media. Good. Or even allegations. Good. My job in defending anyone is to ask, where is the proof? and I can only speak on something I am provided proof of.
Okay.
Now he's explaining his role as his legal guy in the competent court of jurisdiction. That me as a lawyer, I'm not supposed to come in public and discuss this issue or make him look good in public.
Okay.
But me, my job or what I am being paid for to be his lawyer is to ask for proof of his accusation. I am calling Sammy Flex a short man. Where is my proof, sir, or a shot?
Fine, take measure.
My father said, so I can. My boss watching.
What's saying?
I was there.
Asuma akeka na adi ache.
Now
Ya
we
put Trica akeka na.
What is it? So you see?
Short there.
What is it? That is the truth of it. No, I'm just making
Champagne, me from
Yeah,
Mali.
Champagne home.
So you see?
Champagne, me from Mali.
I'm making you guys understand it to the barest minimum. That he even explained why he as a lawyer is playing his role and what he's supposed to do. Now, what the case at my client so for proof, but only proof. Then number 8. Now look at the first picture, which is a statement on the U.S. Department of Justice website. They say clearly that Trica took over $8 million from elderly victims. Keep that figure in mind, and also the supposed victims. Number 9. Then after that, based on the statement, not evidence, based on statement, meaning the accusation on U.S. justice system platform, no, it wasn't an evidence-based accusation. They were mere statements where a legal representative to Trica speaking, not Long John.
Okay.
Then based on the statement, not evidence, they gave to Ghana's Attorney General Department. They decided to break it down into their own 9 charges.
Okay.
I'm attaching the 9 charges for you to look at. If you add up all the money alleged in the supposed charge sheet, it is 7-point-something million, no longer over 8 million. So you see why Trica lawyer has enough case, and why someone like Shatta will study this case and be like, no, this is bully. This is not fair. Because the facts of the issue do not align with the accusation. This are according to the lawyer's own statement.
Yeah.
Then we go to number 11. Keep in mind that these are their own numbers, so I haven't added or taken away one kobo.
Okay, be wrapping up on your side.
Now you may ask, where did I get the 50,000 I talked about yesterday from? Well, look at count 1. They themselves tell you about the $50,000. Now, oh shit.
Long John, be wrapping up.
Boss, we have to educate the people.
But you don't have the whole,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Time, so.
Now I'm telling you that.
That's why you summarize.
Now I'm telling you that this is the only charge for which we see evidence. So, meaning the 50,000. The reason why I did that post about the 50,000 is that is the only charge that had evidence.
Enumuna onya 13,000.
Yes, and then the evidence back it. So that is why he had to make a post about that only. Any other accusation were mere accusation. Mami and they were no be into me to us because I was 23 points. And I mean can you hear?
Dabi.
The wakanano etie fuate.
So yale. So yale.
The wakanano etie fuate.
So who?
No, maybe, but most say, mama, 23 points.
Reading it, ultimate to us, but you can summarize.
Okay, so you want me to summarize the whole thing?
Exactly.
What I'm basically saying, right, is no, say be more person more next person in emergency.
Yes, summarize it.
Based on their work.
Based on what you guys have also heard,
good.
It should tell you, say, Shatta Wale is a wise man to support a Ghanaian youth
Summary.
who is being manhandled by people in authority because they feel probably they are in authority and above the law, probably.
Okay. Yes.
And we the citizens are supposed to be under the law, which is not a fair call.
Okay.
Into if somebody like Shatta Wale, who we all know speaks on behalf of the street and the youth, will come among all court cases, among all cases of accusation. Why would he pick up Abu Trica? Because based on Abu Trica's case and based on what his lawyer has brought out, there's only one case on Abu Trica with evidence. The rest are mere accusation based on his lawyer. These are not my words. So if you are Shatta Wale, you know this. You will definitely come hard at authorities. Why are you doing this to your own citizen?
Okay. Well, so after listening to this, now let me ask you, who is wrong? How would you label someone for supporting a legal cause? In fact, this is not illegal. Like, it is not illegal to say that, someone has been arrested and you think that the facts on the ground do not look good with the matter at hand. So if there is any probity into it, let's call the attention of leaders. Let them all come together and think about it so they find the best solution to it. Where did we go wrong? Where do we have to suffer another labeling of someone who is pushing for such an agenda? I think it is wrong. It is not the best. And I pray that those who would want to learn, they should learn from this. Those who would want to at least know that, okay, there are ways of handling some of these things. Let's be open-minded and let's take a cue from this. I don't intend to say much. The words in there, they are enough to satisfy anybody who would want to place Shatta Wale right for being a part of this goal. But for those who do not want to, we wish them well. Yeah, we wish them well. But as much as the future is not known, let us all be careful, because they say that the future is unknown. The future is uncertain, and the law can be an ass sometimes. My name is Sammy Flex. We will sure meet again some other time. Until then, we are good. Bye-bye.
Ghana, what's up? I have been in this market for a very, very long time, and I understand your day